All right, guys, we have one last bit of movie news to cover before we go on and take your live questions. And this is not the kind of news, or I don't know, this is not the kind of property that I would normally talk about on the show, but I feel like if this franchise is coming back, like, it has a huge fan base. It's the Sharkboy Lavagirl movies. It's interesting. Robert Rodriguez again was recently approached by Netflix. If you're not familiar with Robert Rodriguez, he's a fantastic filmmaker. I love his movies. I believe he did From Dusk Till Dawn. It was written by Quentin Tarantino. A lot of people get that confused. It is not a Tarantino film. It was written by Tarantino, directed by Robert Rodriguez. He did, he and Tarantino collaborated on, it was Death Proof. What was the other one? Grindhouse. Death Proof and Grindhouse. I think Rodriguez did Grindhouse. But yeah, like Robert Rodriguez. Also Machete. He's known for kind of like these over the top, like martial artist, like action, shoot 'em up, like gritty kind of movies. But at the same time, he also made Spy Kids. Like, that is his, believe it or not, Spy Kids is his most successful film or series of films that he's ever. It's his most successful property that he's ever created. Which, when I heard that, I was like, wait, what? That's his most successful property? I want to jump down to this, into the article for a second and hear what Robert Rodriguez has to say about this whole Sharkboy Lavagirl thing. He says, my most rabid fan base all these years by far has been my kid films, my Spy Kids audience. These kids watch those movies over and over because they're action films made for children and families, in particular at a time when they need real empowerment. Netflix came to me because the Spy Kids movies had done just so well on their service. They said, could you make a series of films that do that? And I said, I'd love to. It was hard to make them for the theater because kids don't drive themselves to the theater and watch it 1,000 times. Parents would have to take them. But with Netflix, they can just sit there and then he mimics hitting the play button. I don't have to sit there and watch Glitter Force with my daughter. She can just click it as many times as she wants. That's why they get such high numbers to those types of films. I think that is, then the article goes on to point out that there are new images from the upcoming, they changed the name. It's not Sharkboy and it's not the Adventures of Sharkboy and Lavagirl. It's a new film called We Can Be Heroes. We can be heroes just for one day. So, We Can Be Heroes is kind of the sequel to Sharkboy and Lavagirl. I think the idea, in a very, extended kind of a way, is that this is the Avengers version of the Spy Kids universe, or the Sharkboy and Lavagirl. First of all, if anybody knows anything about Sharkboy and Lavagirl and Spy Kids, are those movies connected? Like, do they take place in the same universe? I don't know. I know there have been...
No, they're not.
They're not?
No.
Okay.
No, they're not.
Because I know there have been 3 Spy Kids movies that have been made.
There's been 4.
Get out of here.
But Robert Rodriguez...
Get out of here.
No, Robert Rodriguez... He didn't do the 4th
But he did 1 through 3.
The 4th one, the parents... He did 1 through 3, and the 4th one is horrible. But the 4th one is with who Joel McHale and Jessica Alba play the parents.
Wow.
In that one.
Didn't know.
I got about halfway through it, but it's because it came out when I was an adult, and I was happy to see another Spy Kids movie. But I was like, oh, this is like
right.
Syndicated and very much for kids. It's not even.
Well,
it's
the
not
Spy
Robert
Kids,
Rodriguez.
the Spy Kids movies came out when I was in college, and let me hang on. Let me. I might have to fact check myself. Maybe it would. Hang on. I'm sorry, you guys. Bear with me. I need to fact check myself. Netflix has released the first images from the upcoming original film We Can Be Heroes, which hails from writer-director Robert Rodriguez and is set in the same universe as his 2005 film Adventures of Sharkboy and Lavagirl. Okay, sorry about that. I had to fact check myself. I was in college when The Adventures of Sharkboy and Lavagirl came out. So this is a series, this is a universe or a film or franchise, whatever, that is way beyond my time. If you were 10 years old
Yeah.
when Sharkboy and Lavagirl came out, chances are very likely that you loved this movie. Because as I understand it, I've never seen it, as I understand it, it's a really fun action-adventure movie for the whole family. I missed out on it because it wasn't meant for me. It's not for my demographic. But I think that this is a great idea. Robert Rodriguez brings up a great point, in that his movies, like his Spy Kids movies and, Sharkboy and Love Girl, didn't do so well in the theaters because, parents don't necessarily want to watch these movies, but the kids do. And to see it in theaters, the parents have to drive. So something like this is perfect for streaming. It's perfect for streaming. Here's the remote, kids. I'm going to go work in the garage. I'm going to go work in my home office, whatever. Here's the remote. Enjoy. But yeah, like, Carter, have you seen Adventures of Sharkboy and Lava Girl? Like, how does this stuff work?
I have seen it. Yeah. It was not as good as
Okay.
Spy Kids, in my opinion. I'd say the movie would have been better if there was better special effects. I think that was the thing that really got me. When you watch a movie after you've seen what like that era of
Oh,
special
yes.
effects is, and then it comes out like so when I was watching it, I was like, oh, this is an old movie, and then I found and I was like, okay, this is horrible special effects for this movie. I don't know why. I think it might have just been a budget
Could
issue,
be.
but I mean, just a big like
Robert
dome
Rodriguez
George
is not
Lopez
known for
face.
his special effects.
Well, he had some really cool special effects in some of the
Really?
Spy Kids movies. That's the thing. Yeah, like he had better Spy Kids 2. There's a bunch of mutant animals on an island. That's the whole premise of the movie, and that
All
was
right.
actually pretty solid. And then even just the kids like in the air, like
Yeah.
on ropes and everything, all very good. But and now that I think about it, I have to figure out when Spy Kids 2 came out and Shark Boy and Lava Girl came out because I think Shark Boy and Lava Girl came out either at the same time or right after it. But I'd say when looking at it, Shark Boy and Lava Girl had 12 years earlier version of special effects, and that's what kind of really threw me
I'm
off.
looking it up right now.
Um, but the movie,
So the first Spy
yeah,
Kids
it was.
was here. Let me jump up here. First Spy Kids was 2001. Spy Kids 2 was 2002. Spy Kids 3D was 2003. Spy Kids 4D, that had a huge jump, 2011. And it looks like there was an animated Spy Kids movie in 2018 called Spy Kids Mission Critical. And there was another. Hang on a second.
Hmm.
Hang on a second. There was another Spy Kids movie that came out the same year as the Jessica Alba, Joel McHale, and Jeremy Piven movie called Spy Kids Passing the Torch.
Yeah, but I don't think that that's Robert
No,
Rodriguez
no, I
though.
don't think it
That's
was.
the
But
thing.
there's been what? One, two, three, four, five, six. There have been six Spy Kids movies. Six.
Yeah,
Sorry,
and three good
five,
ones.
and one was a television show.
Well, yeah, but my point is Shark Boy and Lava Girl came out in 2005, which is 2 years after,
Yeah.
the Spy Kids movies, and you're just like, why are these special effects so horrible? Like even the lava in Spy Kids 2 is better than the lava that is in a movie that a majority of it has lava in it. I
Fair. Fair.
yeah, and I love George Lopez, but him as a have you ever seen the picture of him as the villain in
I
that
saw
movie?
the first
He's
movie. I saw the first one.
no, I'm no, I'm talking about Shark Boy and
Oh
Lava Girl.
no,
You just
haha.
said no. He's like a big like Like think about like a big you know those like egg clocks that you get? Like have you ever seen those?
Maybe.
It's like it's just like a little yeah, it just looks like an egg, but it's got like a big screen on front. He's like that, but it's just his big old face with like mechanical
Oh
arms coming
dear.
out of it. It's
Oh
so
dear.
bad. It's so bad. Which is why I don't know. Like I love Robert Rodriguez, and I hope that We Can Be Heroes is going to be great. But
I don't think it's
I
I
find it
don't
very
think it's going to be great for
interesting.
our demographic, but for what it is, for the audience that it's intended for. And of course, photographs are just photographs. Like they don't mean anything. It's just kind of like, oh, this is essentially kind of what it's going to look like and feel like. Um, yeah, I mean, I do. Robert Rodriguez has a pretty good track record behind him. I do think it's going to be a good property for kids and potentially for families.
Mm.
And I think this will be very successful for him. As he pointed out, people just can, or like kids can just keep rewatching this stuff on Netflix over and over and over again as much as they want. So, yeah, I think this is a great idea for all parties involved.
I think I overestimate nostalgia because I can still rewatch Spy Kids. I can still rewatch like Sky High, right?
Mm,
Even though those movies probably like they were never targeted for my age.
right.
Um, but and I think when I saw this news, I was wondering if this was going to be like a Sky High, but more for but more with the Robert Rodriguez storytelling because I think that's what I loved as a kid the most because the storytelling was very much based around family, and I always just thought that was really
Well,
cool.
yeah, I mean, like I said, I've only ever seen the first Spy Kids, and that had just a lot of heart to it. And as I think a lot of Rodriguez properties have a lot of heart to them. I mean, you can't make a movie like Machete without it actually being about something interesting or something that the audience can't latch onto. You know, so
Well, I also still find it interesting that Michelle character from Spy Kids.
I'm sorry, your audio was breaking up for a second. Can you say that again?
Oh, I said I still find it very interesting that he made Machete with it being the same character from Spy Kids.
What? You
So
mean
the two
Danny
kids in
Trejo?
Spy,
Danny Trejo was in Spy Kids.
yeah, he's in the first one and the second one, or and he plays Uncle Machete,
And that's the
and
same character
and
from Machete?
yeah, and Antonio Banderas doesn't let him spend much time with his niece and nephew because he's a little he went rogue like he's a rogue spy. Yeah,
What? That I
yeah.
did not know. That I did not know. I must have
It
missed that.
it's loosely connected, but both. I mean, Danny Trejo plays Machete, Uncle Machete in Spy Kids, and he also plays Machete, the same like rogue spy in Machete and Machete Kills.
I had no idea. This is blowing my mind right now. Uh because I
Oh
know
yeah,
the
yeah.
movie Machete was based off of like a fake bogus trailer that led into Grindhouse. It kind of like played before Grindhouse, kind of like those old like 1970s Grindhouse movies. Um, I had no idea. That's this is wow. Talk about universe
I haven't
building,
seen the second one though.
huh?
Antonio Banderas isn't in the other Machete movie, right? Because I've only seen the first one.
I don't know. I don't
Okay,
know.
but I don't know. He gets some awesome people around talking about how there's no way Steve Buscemi delivered this line in a kids movie, which is from Spy Kids 2, and it's the what is the line? The line that he says. Well, for context, Steve Buscemi is a scientist who creates these mutant tiny creatures that he puts in a little zoo that kids can play with, and he accidentally makes them really big, and then they terrorize the whole island. So he hides in his little laboratory in a volcano, right? And one of the lines that he says to the two main kid characters before they go out onto the island to like save the day is he goes, "Do you think God hides in heaven because he too is afraid of what he created here on Earth?" And it's just like,
Wow. I mean, like,
and it's such a good line, and the whole movie's great. Like, I mean, Every Spy Kids movie is great. Oh, sorry, the three
The
that
first
actually
three.
are real.
That's I've heard people talking about stuff like this, or specifically the Spy Kids movies, and saying like there's like hidden meanings, and like they're not just fun movies, but like there's actual substance and like real things that they bring up. And I haven't watched 2 or 3. I haven't like actually spent the time to sit down and analyze them and watch them. But the more I talk to people like yourself and tell me about them, I'm like, this stuff like this is genius. It's genius. So I can only hope.
It's really weird too. Yeah, the universe that he builds too. It's just like I absolutely love Robert Rodriguez. I mean, also he has that movie 100 Years that I'm just upset I'll
Yeah.
never get to see.
Well, I can only hope that that the new show We Are Hero, or We Can Be Heroes, is falls in that same vein. Question is for you guys: what do you think? Jump down to the comment section below and let me know your thoughts. Are you excited for it? Do you think this is like a good thing? Yeah. Are you gonna watch it? I'm interested. Jump down to the comment section below and let me know your thoughts. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. If you like this video, click like. If you really like this video, click subscribe. And if you really, really like this video, click share. Because that is exactly what Michelangelo from the Ninja Turtles would want you to do. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.